You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.
Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing SKN Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. SKN Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch SKN Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our SKN Newsline YouTube channel. SKN Newsline, your world, your news.
Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch our news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
Hey Jane, guess what? Remember how hard I've been searching for new speakers for your computer? Well, I've found them today.
Really? Where from?
At Smart Electronics that opened recently in Port Zante, opposite the food court. At Smart Electronics, you can find just about everything electronic. Phones, laptops, TVs, computer speakers, you name it. If it's electronic, you can find it at Smart Electronics.
But what about the prices?
Smart Electronics offers great rates, so you really don't need to go to St. Martin anymore. Head straight to Smart Electronics Port Zante instead. They have everything electronic for you and you and you. That's Smart Electronics opposite Food Court at Port Zante. Telephone 466-4271.
Premier Mark Brantley disclosed at a press conference Thursday that 974 non-nationals have benefited from a 4-month work and residence permit amnesty instituted by the Nevis Island administration, which was due to expire on March 31st.
And I'm very pleased this morning to report that some 974 persons would have come in and availed themselves and benefited from this amnesty in that period. And as I came to work this morning, I met people outside who, as is the Caribbean policy, it seems, it's ingrained in our DNA, that they've come at the 11th hour to take advantage of the 4-month-old amnesty. So I saw some outside lined up and saying they're coming to deal with it because they recognize that it ends on the 31st of March. Just so the members of the press are clear, that after the 31st of March, the prices go back to what they would normally be. And those who owe will have to come and settle in full whatever they owe.
The Premier noted that the amnesty has now been extended to next week, considering the Easter holiday break. The Premier outlined the benefits of the amnesty to applicants.
So if you had not been paying, we wiped off that debt and allowed you to start anew. And then we said as an incentive for you to come in and take advantage of the amnesty, that if you came in before the 31st of March, we would reduce the work permit fee from $2,500 to $1,500, and we would reduce the residency fee from $1,500 to $1,000.
Mr. Brantley justified the need for the amnesty, highlighting that foreign nationals residing and working on Nevis are making a positive contribution to the island.
Those who have come to Nevis and sought to make Nevis their home are making a valuable contribution. No different to the way that we, when we went to America and the U.S. Virgin Islands and places like Leeds and Birmingham and Manchester in the United Kingdom, made our contribution to the development of those countries. I have said, and I've not been shy about saying over the years, that my own father of blessed memory lived in distant lands for over 40 years. And I know what it's like to get that little check coming to my mother on a monthly period, because that was what sustained us. And I'm not unusual in that regard, because I know many of you sitting down here don't eat plenty out of barrels and boxes that came from St. Martin and Puerto Rico and elsewhere. And that is why I've always been kind, if you will, and always said that we ought as a community to be kind to those who have come from overseas to call Nevis home. They are here, they're making their contribution, and we are not to begrudge them for choosing to be here. We ought to celebrate the fact that they're here. It adds diversity, and it gives us the much needed population that we need in order to advance our island and advance its development.
The press conference was held on Thursday at the new Social Security building on Nevis. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
As a fisherman, I use the marine resource wisely so I can conserve our biodiversity. So I can fish for life. It's all about balance.
I preserve biodiversity by the way that I farm. It takes care of my family. It's all about balance.
I have enjoyed these seas all my life. I do my best to conserve our biodiversity because I want my children and my grandchildren to enjoy them as much as I do. It's all about balance.
I'm a park ranger, and my job is to properly manage our protected areas and conserve our biodiversity. It's all about balance.
Youth, let's play a part in conserving our biodiversity and maintaining our natural resources. It's all about balance.
For life, for livelihood, for the future of St. Kitts and Nevis, let's all conserve our biodiversity and use our natural resources wisely. It's all about balance.
20 athletes from St. Kitts and Nevis have left for the Bahamas on Thursday morning to represent the Federation at the Carifta Games. 5 of those athletes are from Nevis. Denville Francis is the team manager.
Right now we have 20 athletes whom we'll be traveling with. We have 10 girls and 10 boys. 10 amazing boys, 10 amazing females who are going to showcase their talents, their gifts outside there, and to show that they have what it takes to compete against the big dogs outside there, outside of St. Kitts. Where some of our athletes will be taking place in the 800 meter, the 400 meter, the 200 meter, the 100 meter sprint. We also have the heptathlon, which Jawensia Jefford is going to take place in that. We have the 4x1 relay and the 4x4 relay. So we have a lot of activities and a lot of things to do.
Coach Kervin Wallace said the athletes are very fit and ready for the meet.
We're expecting good things from them, from the relay, from the individual races. As a coach, seeing these athletes perform on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, I think they have the potential and they have what it takes to go out there and win a medal, make it to the finals, do a personal best time. So we're hoping for all things to go well this weekend in Bahamas, and we just ask you to support the team, tune into whatever live stream they have, and root for your country. And we hope that everything go well.
Meanwhile, President of the SKN AAA, Val Henry, thanked the Minister of Sports, Mr. Sean Richards, for assisting the team with a contribution of $50,000.
I want to thank the Minister of Sport for the contribution and continued support of his ministry for track and field in this country. And without it, it would not be possible. And I also want to, by extension, thank all the fans who also helped us to find the rest of the money to make our participation in Carifta 2018 possible.
Well, while it is that St. Kitts and Nevis may be small, while it is we may have one of the smaller contingents at Carifta, it doesn't mean that we cannot perform just as good or better than any of the other athletes that you're going to be competing with over the weekend.
Here are the 20 athletes that will be representing St. Kitts and Nevis.
Come on down to Kingdom Hair on Church Street, Bastille for all your hair accessories and supplies. At Kingdom Hair, you get the best in braids, weaves, wigs, accessories, barber supplies, manicure and pedicure supplies, and cosmetics. We take it to another level with electrical items, hair products, and salon furniture. Our customer service is second to none and is seen from the very moment you enter our store. All at Kingdom Hair in the Charles Wilkin Building on Church Street, Bastille. Telephone number 466-8727. Kingdom Hair, your beauty supply store.
The Joycelyn Library Primary School and the Charlestown Primary School both created history on Wednesday night, becoming the first schools to win the Gulf Insurance Primary School Championships, held for the first time at the newly minted Nevis Athletic Stadium. This was the first event to be held at the stadium located at Long Point, Nevis, and the first time the student athletes competed on a synthetic rubber track, as opposed to the grass track at Grove Park where the event was held for the previous 25 outings. The Joycelyn Library Primary School and the Charlestown Primary School both tied on 181 points, while last year's champions St. Thomas's Primary School were third with 168 points. The Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School won the B division of the competition. After the last race, the 4x400 meter relay won by the Charlestown Primary School, the athletes and supporters began celebrating as they knew that result was enough to give them the win. But a few minutes later, the announcers announced, after receiving the official results, that the Joycelyn Library Primary School also won, having the same number of points as Charlestown. The school from Gingerland suddenly began celebrating. Coach Kervin Wallace of the Joycelyn Library Primary School was absolutely elated with his team's triumph.
Well, let me first say I just want to thank God because we prayed, God delivered. It's a joint win, but He still helped us to win. The children performed well. I mean, you probably saw the relays. We did well in the relays, we did well in the hundreds. We didn't do too well in some of the races, but overall, the children performed well. I'm happy. My heart is overwhelmed, overjoyed. Congratulations to the children. They ran their heart out, even though sometimes we thought we were hard on them. So I'm really happy. The first time on the track, the first win, it's a joyous feeling. And for me, being a past athlete, a past Olympian, I'm just happy.
Principal of the Charlestown Primary School, Latoya Jeffers, did not seem to mind sharing the championship with the school from Gingerland.
Well, I'm very happy and I'm very pleased. We came with a mission. We came from 4th place to 1st place and I'm very proud and I'm very happy that the children came out and represented. We wanted to create history on this track and that's what we did today.
And your thoughts about the new stadium and the way your athletes competed on the new stadium?
Oh, it's spectacular and I'm very happy that the children were able to come out and perform like true champions. It seemed as though they were here before.
Meanwhile, Jamira Claxton of the Department of Sports, organizer of the meet, was very satisfied with the outcome of the first event at the state-of-the-art venue.
I'm very proud of the athletes, I'm very proud of the organizer, the fans today. Everything went very well today. For the first event, it was awesome. I appreciate all the support from all the different stakeholders who came to make this possible. So kudos to everybody involved.
Now, the outcome, I mean, unusual, but something extraordinary to see two schools tie.
Exactly, and these are two schools two of the schools who would have dominated this competition over the years. For this to happen on the first event at the Mondo track, I mean, you couldn't write a script that's this perfect. So it was a great ending. Two schools who really performed well today, so both deserve champions.
It was a tight battle among the top 3 schools in this year's competition, as defending champions St. Thomas's Primary School were off to a quick start. But it was not before long the Charlestown Primary School made an early assault on the title. The team from the capital town soon tied with St. Thomas's Primary School on points midway through the meet, and by the end of the day had built just enough to take the lead. But the Joycelyn Library Primary School made a sudden surge, getting good results in the 100 meters, 800 meters, and the 4x100 meter relays to launch a bid for the top spot. It was no surprise that they did enough to tie for the title. The Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School finished 4th on 128 points, the Ivor Walters Primary School 5th with 94 points, the Maud Cross Prep School on 62 points in 6th place, the Bollitt Jeffers Nisbet Primary School in 7th place on 41 points, and the St. James's Primary School in 8th place with 9 points. SK Newsline sister media entity, Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net, broadcast the meet live for the first time. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like your boat when you're at sea and you get away from everything. Your home and the security of your daughter's things. And the car that you've had for too long, but after all these years, you just can't let go. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Deputy Political Leader of the People's Labour Party, Senator Akila Byron Nisbet, has promised to fulfill her role as the caretaker for constituency number 3, West Bastair. Speaking at the party's convention at the Patsy Allers playing field, Senator Byron Nisbet promised to fulfill all the promises made to the constituents at the last election, despite the failure of the PLP to win that seat.
Today, we have brought our convention to the great constituency of St. Christopher 3. We have brought our convention to number 3 to show our commitment to the people of constituency number 3 and to commit to the people of this great constituency that the People's Labour Party will continue to work on behalf of the people of number 3. At the last general election, the People's Labour Party made a commitment to the people of number 3 that the People's Labour Party in Team Unity will ensure that the needs of the good people of constituency number 3 would be made a priority. Although we may have not been successful at the polls, that commitment to the people of this constituency still remains. As such, the PLP and Team Unity have tasked me with being their eyes and ears within this constituency. And I give my continued commitment that I will do all in my power to ensure that the people of constituency number 3 receives their fair share.
The deputy political leader assured that the PLP will continue to do its part in strengthening Team Unity.
We will do our part to ensure the continued victory of our partners, lending our support across all constituencies. And so, as I close, let me assure you that the People's Labour Party will continue in its thrust to strengthen the Team Unity partnership. A strong PLP, a stronger Team Unity.
Senator Byron Nisbet succeeds former Deputy Prime Minister Sam Kunda, who, like party leader Dr. Timothy Harris, defected from the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party to help form the Team Unity coalition. Mr. Kunda has fallen out of favor with the PLP, and he was replaced last year as the deputy leader. I am Michelle Rodriguez for SKN Newsline.
On the road to good health, you must visit Nature's Discount Nutrition Center on 4th Street. Nature's Discount is your first stop for all natural supplements to maintain the health of the entire family. Natural alternative medicines to heal your ailments. Natural weight management supplies to ensure you look good. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center also carries all of your sports nutrition supplies, cleansing and digestion products, natural health and beauty products, oils, organic and gluten-free foods, energy and endurance, and sexual well-being supplements. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center on 4th Street is open 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Fridays and evenings 6:30 to 8:30 on Saturdays. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center, your get healthy, feel wealthy people.
Police have reported that a suspect has been arrested in connection with the shooting death of Glenville Francis, who was killed in Newton Ground on March 16. A name was not released up to news time Wednesday. Also on Tuesday, 2 persons were charged in relation to the attempted murder of Ricardo Jeffers in St. Peters. Inyaji Henry and a juvenile were each charged on a warrant in the first instance for the attempted murder of Ricardo Jeffers. Both are from Shadwell. The juvenile was charged in the presence of a probation officer and a family member. At about 9 a.m. on March 17, 24-year-old Ricardo Jeffers of Monkey Hill got into an argument with another person. Then a fight ensued. Reports indicated that gunshots were heard at some point during the fight, and Jeffers began to run away when he was shot once in his side. The police said more arrests can be expected as they anticipate the assistance of the public in finding the perpetrators of violent crimes. As investigations continue, the police are appealing to the public to share information with them. Persons are urged to contact the Violent Crime Unit at the Basse-Terre Police Station at 465-2241 or their nearest police station. Those incidents were part of a series of shooting events within a 48-time span from Friday into last weekend. Two persons, Calvin Archibald, who resided in Sandy Point, and Glenville Francis of Newton Ground, were killed, taking the Federation's homicide toll to 7 for 2018. I am Michelle Rodriguez for SKN Newsline.